We're going to build a scarecrow today for the foreground in our Grant Wood farm picture. We're going to use just basic geometric shapes. You'll need 5 colors of paper to build a scarecrow similar to this one. The pieces do not need to be very big. You'll see that they're just rectangles and a pair of scissors. We're not going to draw them, we're just going to cut them. We're going to cut out a triangle for the pants. We're going to cut out a triangle out of the bottom edge of the brown piece of paper to make the pants. You now need just a rectangle for the jacket. I'm using the color blue, and I don't have to cut it. It's just in a rectangle to fit the pants. We're going to cut 2 long rectangles out of more blue paper to make the arms. And they are just long, skinny rectangles. I cut one really long one, and then I cut that piece in half to make the 2 arms. Use another color to cut out some details for the jacket. You can cut a triangle just like we did earlier, and that can become the shirt underneath the jacket. Then fold the paper so that you can cut 2 half circles or semicircles, and those can become the 2 pockets that you'll need for your scarecrow's jacket. Now we'll take another one of the rectangles and cut a circle. Cut it as big as you can out of that rectangle, and this will become the head for the scarecrow. We're going to take another square piece of paper and make the hat. You'll cut a long, skinny rectangle all the way across. That becomes the brim of the hat. Then take the remaining paper and cut kind of a tall semicircle, a half a circle, and that fits on the top to make the scarecrow's hat. Now I'm going to make a face for my scarecrow. I've switched to colored pencils, but if you do not have colored pencils, you could use crayons, twistables, or even marker. But the colored pencil lets me draw a little bit smaller. So I'm going to make a little dashed line like I'm doing stitches, like I'm stitching him a mouth if I were making him to put out in the field. And then I'm going to make some very simple circles for the eyes, coloring them in, and then I'm going to use another color for a triangle nose. After this, I'll have to glue him all together and he'll be ready to put out in the field to protect my crop, and he will be in the foreground. Glue him in place. Make sure that you have finished the middle ground where the crops are going to be. I'm making some corn with my marker, and you can refer back to the little sheet that I've attached in the lesson on Schoology, and you can see some examples of different crops. You could make pumpkins or watermelons or tomatoes, sunflowers, whatever you want to grow in your garden. I'm just adding in some corn and coloring it in so that it looks like a full farm.